Hi, Rob.
Hey, flower friend.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm so excited to talk to you. Oh my gosh, when I went on your Instagram, I just instantly was like, okay, I have to talk to him. I was obviously, struck by your gorgeous hair, which I'm sure you get tons of compliments on, right?
Thank you.
Um, and your definitely your design style. We'll talk about that. But why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Iris Blossom?
Sure. So thank you for that introduction. My hair was called the best hair in Charlotte on the
Yay!
news. My name is Rob, Rob Gooljar. I run Iris Blossom with my business partner, Rebecca Whittier. We are based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we've built our entire business on social media. Our designs, we typically tell people that we are not your average floral designer because none of us have formal floral education, but we have a very creative eye and we have a good repertoire of color theory and how things can look sculptural and beautiful. And we tend to, give that really good creative eye to what kind of designs we make. What else can I talk about? So it's been a really good time having this business for the short while that we've been in business. But, our whole thing is about our aesthetics, making sure that we give a quality product, and then definitely introducing people to flowers that they haven't seen before. And a lot of that comes from Mayash.
Oh, yay! Shout out to Charlotte.
Love my Charlotte Mayash branch. We can't thank our rep enough. Her name is Haley. We have a bunch of friends out in the Charlotte Mayash branch, Nina, Antoine. So thank all of you for everything that you do for us.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing team there. I love Natasha. She was my sales rep long time ago. So
Wow. Yeah, I love
yeah,
her.
yeah, she's absolutely incredible. Great person. So tell me a little bit about your culture, because
Sure.
I think obviously you have a very unique look, but I'm sure that plays a little bit into your design style, right?
Yes. So I am a Trinidadian American. Trinidad is an island that's close to South America. It's a Caribbean island. I always tell people when they ask me to introduce myself, I always make sure that I tell them that I'm Trinidadian because I'm very proud of where I come from. It's an extremely small island with a population smaller than New York City. And we've done a lot of things like exporting and, just culturally, historically that are important. So I always want to bring a light to where I'm from. Being from an island, I got this island skin, this island hair, and that really plays into the way that I design. I tend to obviously gravitate towards tropicals, but having a counterpart in the business that likes things like garden roses from
Yeah.
England, and we get like Dutch product and stuff like that. All of these European things, we blend them together really well, and we try to do this modern take on what people, would interpret by mixing different types of flowers together. I'm very like flowing and stuff, so I try to, take what I know from the sea and put that into the arrangements to give like a really good shape, really good texture and flow. Culturally, I come from an island that's very vibrant. We have arguably the best food in the Caribbean. We have very interesting people from all walks of life, people from all colors. It's really interesting, to see how different people could be from such a small island. We have Carnival. Carnival is big in the Caribbean, but Trinidad is like the originator of all of this stuff. You can ask anybody from the Caribbean and they'll tell you that Trinidad plays the best mass. I made a mask costume. You can see it on my Instagram, out of flowers when it was Trinidad's Independence Day. So I'm constantly inspired by my culture, and that brings me to my family, right? So I come from a very long line of hardworking, really, really hardworking people. My grandma, she is still alive. She just turned 84. She cut sugarcane for 30 years, which is an extremely hard job. She was doing that while she was pregnant with my dad. So she's one of the hardest workers I know. She came to America and she had 2 full-time jobs. My dad came to America and he had nothing but limes and honey to eat. My mom came here and, has been working nonstop ever since. So I know a little bit something about working hard. Working in the floral industry is hard, but it's so rewarding. And I'm so happy that I can do something so interesting and shine a light on my people, do something good for my family and show them, like I'm still working hard too.
That's incredible. I definitely think that you're making the Trinidadian people very, very proud, for
Oh, I
sure.
appreciate that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and it's interesting, agriculture obviously goes hand in hand with the floral business, the floral industry.
Most definitely.
And by far, I think it's probably one of the hardest, most labor intense jobs ever. I think there's definitely a big misconception when it comes to, being a florist or a floral designer, an event designer. I think people think that you just kind of play with flowers, and that's a very
Yeah.
small part of it. Um, if people could see behind the scenes of what you do, I think that they would probably be like in shock. I mean, don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt. Like my fingers are done right now, but best believe
Yep.
I have florist hands. They're all cut
Mhm.
up. My fingers are dry. It's just full
Yeah,
of
it's
eucalyptus,
awful.
But
So tell me a little bit about your your design style. Like, what do you feel that you do that's kind of sets you apart?
sure. So I would definitely say that my designs are a little bit more sculptural, but not traditionally sculptural. Like there are some regular, floral design elements that are present in my work, but I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of what I do plays off of negative space. So if you look at the kind of designs that are on our Instagram at Iris Blossom CLT, you'll see, the different shapes that I can take and the way that I leave space in between certain flowers, certain petals, and certain types of foliage, right? It's really about creating shape with blank space in between the flowers. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
definitely something
intentional.
that's definitely intentional. All of our floral design is extremely intentional, and I move stems like single stems over and over again, trying to get an exact placement so that when our recipients get them, they know that that intention was there. I've had, another florist here in Charlotte tell me, she said, Rob, when I see your flowers, like I know that that's you, and then that's what I'm going for. I don't want,
Yeah.
people to think that we're, we do everything regular. I want people to know that we're not that average floral designer.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have a very unique look to you, for sure. Um, any struggles?
Struggles were definitely brought on, I guess, just by being new in this industry. This industry here in Charlotte, anyway, is very old. Not old people, but I mean like old, like very long-standing businesses. People that are very traditional with what they do. Seeing a lot of florists that have been doing this for several years now. When we started our business, and in the first 6 months we were named the best florist in Charlotte, so trying to jump over hurdles like that, I think were a
Mhm,
little bit difficult, just trying to fit into a space that we weren't really a part of.
mhm.
But we're here to shake things up, you know what I mean? So
I think you have.
I'm definitely here to cross over any of those boundaries, to make flower friends everywhere that I am. We're always nice to the other florists that we meet and stuff, and we show them that there's room for everybody, and the way that we
Yeah.
design doesn't need to like impact on the way that they design.
Yeah, that's amazing. Um, Rob, tell me a little bit about how you and Becca got started in the business, because it was kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely crazy. So basically, I was serving in a restaurant as one of my jobs, and Becca was a large scale event planner, doing conferences and stuff like that. We both lost our jobs pretty much a day apart at the start of the pandemic, and we lived together, right? So we were just hanging out, doing puzzles, watching Tiger King, you know, like all the stuff that people were doing at the beginning of the pandemic. And Becca started bringing home flowers from the grocery store. You know, I was playing with them, making like these ugly little arrangements for just, you know, trying to figure out some design. And then, you know, I made a really nice arrangement one day with a bunch of peonies that we had gotten from Trader Joe's. And I was like, look, like, I really like how this looks, you know, let's see where this creative outlet could take me. And I made an Instagram account. I named it Iris Blossom CLT. Iris Blossom because my dog, she's a rescue pit bull. I've had her for 9 years. Her name is Iris and she's my best friend. So, you know, I wanted to pay some homage to her.
Yeah.
After we started the Instagram account, you know, we had 5 followers, me and Becca included. And, you know, we'll get flowers from the grocery store, make an arrangement, get some more flowers, make another arrangement. Then I got an order and you know, somebody asked me to arrange something for them. And I said, okay, you know, did the arrangement. Then I got another person asked me to make an arrangement, then another one. And then I had 10. And then I had a lot and it never stopped. So I'm pretty much at one point, you know, I didn't have to go to the grocery store anymore. We got our wholesale license and our business license stuff. And we started, you know, getting things from May Ash, from Charlotte Flower Market, from a bunch of other local, you know, farms and wholesale places where we could get our hands on some really unique stuff that people aren't seeing. You know, I started, you know, we're bending palms, we're painting things, we're, you know, dyeing all kind of flowers and like doing things that are atypical for over here, you know, reflexing lisianthus, doing all kind of fun stuff. And, you know, I feel like that start where, you know, it was just playing with flowers through a little bit of depression where, you know, it really helped us blossom into a very successful business over the course of the last 1.5 years. And, you know, we couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, that's incredible. I feel like a lot of good came out of the pandemic, believe it or not. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of my customers or a lot of florists kind of like went through that really rough stage when we all shut down, but then a lot of florists were doing really well because
Yeah.
you couldn't go and visit your family, so you would just send flowers. Yeah.
Yep.
And then this past year has been like off the charts. And now we're into 2022. What do you think moving forward this year, how it's going to look in terms of business and the floral industry in general? Any thoughts?
So we're going bigger and better for this year, I can tell you that. You know,
Yay.
but, what I'm excited about is to see that, you know, the pandemic's not getting a lot better, but, you know, people are coping a little bit differently. We're starting back up with some events, some like, you know, medium to like larger weddings, you know, not any huge conferences or anything right now, but, you know, people are being able to gather a little bit more, you know, safely. You know, people are still carrying on that COVID tradition of sending
Yeah.
flowers because they can't be there, you know, like it's a holiday or it's something and you can't go and see them. So I'm going to send them flowers, you know, so we're still seeing that carry through. We're really excited to see, you know, people's faces now. You know, we want to start doing our workshops and things like that, but, you know, safety is definitely priority.
Yeah.
Aside from that, though, I do see things continuing in an upward trajectory for the floral industry. It's a little bit difficult, you know, with shortages and like the global flower shortage and all of that, you know, but it's a really good time to be understanding and be caring towards your florist, towards your flower reps, if you are a florist, to the farmers, you know, that you're getting your flowers from. It's a really good time to, you know, understand where people are coming from and to kind of, you know, cut out that sense of urgency a little bit, because I feel like we've all really get into this. I need this now. I need this now. I need this now. And do you really need it now? You know what I mean? So,
Definitely.
you know, patience is definitely key, but we're trying to make your flower fantasy come true. And like I said, it's bigger and better this year. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. What do you have planned for Valentine's Day? Are you guys showcasing some arrangements? What's your plan? What's your plan of attack?
So we just launched our Valentine's pre-orders on Monday. We're doing a few designer's choice, you know, offerings, because those are pretty easy to turn out in volume. We want volume, but we're also always about being bespoke. You know, we built our entire client repertoire over making custom arrangements and not making the same thing twice. We've literally never made the same arrangement more than once, except when it's part of part of an event, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
sure.
we've never made the same thing twice. So we always tell people, you know, while you'll never be disappointed with the designer's choice stuff, because they never are, we can always do something custom. So we're offering that as well. You know, last year I made a 4-foot tall Valentine's arrangement. It's still one of my favorite things that I've ever made. It was massive
Yay.
and it made so many pounds, and I had to bring it into our client's house on a cart because it was so
Oh
big.
my God,
And
that's
I'm
amazing.
hoping somebody orders something like that this year because, you know, it's all bigger and better.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Any special, other than Valentine's Day, any special projects coming up or something you're excited about?
A couple things. So we are the first people in Charlotte to bring floral street installations to the city. So we call them flower bombs. It's like Lewis Miller's Flower Flash, except we're doing it here in Charlotte, you know. So we do them by surprise. Nobody ever knows that it's happening. We do it in the middle of the night and people wake up and see all these flowers. So more of that is coming this year because people totally look forward to that here. We're also
I just want to say you're making it.
sorry. So, okay.
This is surely organic. I mean,
He wanted to tell me that I had amazing hair, so I was like,
you're literally like, no.
Okay.
You know what? We could cut that part out.
Oh no, you don't even have to. I feel bad because his face is like tomato red now.
Oh no, mine is.
Okay, so
So
if you're gonna cut now. And then so big things that we're doing this year aside from Valentine's Day, we call them a flower bomb. It is a street installation of flowers that comes as a surprise. It's based on the Lewis Miller idea of a flower flash, except we're doing it here in Charlotte. You know, we're definitely known for that, and we've had a ton of good reception over it. We've been on the news, stuff like that. So a lot more flower surprises are coming to you. We're also working on a line of candles. We actually just released our first candle, which was called
What?
Iridescent, because it came in an iridescent vessel, you know, so definitely a play on our name right there. And we picked my favorite scent, Becca's favorite scent, blended it together, and it smells like you are in an English garden on a beach. So
Okay.
definitely, you know, this is a good time to announce, I guess. We are making 4 other candles, seasonal ones. So the first one comes out this spring. So we are definitely excited to get all of that going and show people that you can have a wax bouquet, even if you're far away from us, you can still feel iris blossom with you. And lastly, our Best of the Best award is coming up again. Voting goes in, I think, in the next 2 weeks. So we're definitely in the running for Best Florist in Charlotte again. If anybody wants to vote, please vote. The link is going to be in our bio because we're gunning for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna vote.
Thank you.
What advice can you give young kids if they want to break into the floral industry? What advice would you give them?
Oh, definitely be as creative as you want, right? Because what we do is really about how you see beauty, how you see art, and how you see design, right? So even though there are definitely tips that you can take from people in terms of what actual floral design is, because you know, we do know some of those things. It's really about how creative you feel and how much passion and beauty you're putting into your work. I would definitely tell, you know, kids that want to get into floral design, and just in general, you know, follow what you want to do. It's not about what your family thinks you should do. It's not about what your, you know, culture thinks you should do. Don't let anybody pressure you to do something that you're not interested in doing for the sake of money or talent or fame or something like that. Because it's at the end of the day, it's about how you feel. And if doing flowers makes you creative, you should totally do that. Other piece of advice, do not take any student loans. So anybody asks me any question about kids, I tell them don't take no student loans. So
well, that is amazing, amazing advice. Such great advice for anyone that wants to kind of break into the floral biz. Thank you so much, Rob, for taking the time to talk to me and share your story. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see your candles. When they come out, I'll be sure to, you know, buy
Appreciate
on the
it.
web and support you. So today I'm going to celebrate you.
I appreciate it. I'm celebrating you too, you know, all the way from Charlotte. Thank you so much for having us. You know, again, shout out to the Charlotte Mayash branch. Without Charlotte Mayash, a lot of our designs wouldn't be possible. So thank you again. Thank you for having us, and let's continue to celebrate diversity in our industry.
Well said.